Hello, I'm an animal, so I call myself. I was just wondering what the Christians in Islam is doing. I see a lot of people going crazy all over Europe. You know, like I understand you got mouths to feed and whatnot, and Allah is great, and I don't know. But it says, I'll tell you one thing though. It says that I was prophesied to come in both the Bible and Islam. I'll show you where. And it shows my grandma in Genesis 2:11, or my grandpa in Genesis 2:11. But my grandpa was a gold prospector, and it says in Genesis 2:11, the King James Bible, about how Isla was my grandpa's wife, and Isla is supposed to be God in Islam under Allah, and John, which is my name, and Jesus is somewhere in there too, between John and Isla, or Ilah. The reason it's spelled Ilah is because when Moses threw his cane down, or his staff down, and they said in the Quran that they should switch the words around. That's why it was like that, from Hala to Allah, Ilah. Halal to Ilah to Halal. Anyways, my grandmother's name, my grandmother Regina Turban, her name is on the quarter. Why the Queen would have it there, unless it was just to hide my reality of being part of this crisis or part of these religions in plain sight, and have people smite it or mock it or whatever. But it's real shit. My grandma Turban, my grandma Regina's name is Turban, and my grandma Isla's name is Rout, Miss Isle Rout. You see what I'm saying? And when it says in the Quran about hold on, I'll find it. When it says in the Quran about and I will make him, Isa, Jesus, a messenger to the children of Israel, saying, I have come with you a sign from the Lord that I designed for you out of clay, a figure of a bird, and breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by Allah's leave, and I heal him who is born blind, a leper, and I bring the dead to life by Allah's leave, and I inform you of what you eat and what you store in your houses. Surely in that is a sign for you if you are believers. So basically it says Allah can make anybody Jesus. You know? It's just how do you convince a million insane people? Maybe Islam isn't insane, but how do you convince a million people shouting Christians must die, when it says in the Quran itself that if I do not take a hand up against you, you will not receive haste or whatever. You will not be hit. You will not be killed by me if you do not raise a hand up against me. Anyways, my uncles are William and Harry, and I've been held in bondage by the Canadian government for 13 years now, and no one's even noticed. You know, like, all this shit's been going on. I predicted all this shit the other day. I predicted I said that my sister should be charged with what's it called? My sister should be charged with obstruction of justice, and justice was served a day later when she was hit by a car. Praise Allah. For she doesn't see that Allah has truths in it. She shrugs her, she puts her nose up at all these truths, whether it be the Bible, the Quran, anything, unless it's Ulysses or something like that. You know, in some book that she's read, then she'll try and use it against her or something like that. She's a fucking whore, and she fucking has my money. I've been kicked out of my own house. Kicked out of my own house that I own, okay, and I'm still waiting on an insurance claim for because it was robbed, but all the truths are here, but maybe they're not for you to see. In John 3:16 it says, well, I'll get John 3:16 out. Anyways, John 3:16 it says, John 3:16 it says, oh, this is a shit Bible. This is Zionist Bible. Hold on. Anyways, it says, I gave my only begotten Son, Jesus, so that anyone who should believe in him will have eternal life. Okay, well, my dad's name, my dad's initials was Gave, Gave, George Andrew Victor Evans. Okay, so you know, like maybe the way you're reading the Bible is or the way like it's written down, like it's all taken from the Dead Sea Scrolls, right? Like it was prophesied that I would come, you know, like how many years ago, whatever, right? Like, I'm not saying the world's 3,500 years old. Like I don't really believe that. I had a dream though that God just went like this. And we were all clay on the ground, and we couldn't move, like the whole audience. Anyway, so like that's my proof of Allah is what comes in dreams. And I've had all kinds of dreams. If you sit down with me and ask me any question about this stuff, I could tell you. But you know, when too many people are asking questions at the same time, it destabilizes what I'm trying to tell you. So I like people to ask me, to come up to me one at a time and ask what's going on. Instead of being in like a crowd with a bunch of people going, because then it's just and the truth about Islam is that you got these guys going like this, right? But in Christianity, it's all you know. So like, I don't know. I haven't totally read the Quran yet, but I'm liking what I'm reading, and. Anyways, this is Imam Mumial. I'm signing off for now.